The Dominican government is investing huge sums of money into a region in the north. Today, this is a place where the state has already invested, infrastructure is being built, but prices haven't reacted yet. Some have already realized this and entered. Others are still assessing the situation, while some have already done so and are preparing funds to enter. Let's just look at the facts. The Dominican Minister of Tourism, David Collado, following the course of President Luis Abinader, who set the goal of making the Samana Peninsula a new Dominican tourism hub, has officially announced state investments of over $1 billion in the infrastructure of the Samana Peninsula. This includes energy, treatment plants, roads, drainage, street reconstruction, public spaces, and tourist zones. All of this is no longer just a plan. It's being implemented right now. Separately, another $185 million has been allocated to a specific large area of the peninsula around the Arroyo Barril cruise terminal. This involves over 40 kilometers of roads and the surrounding infrastructure needed to spruce up the area around the cruise terminal, as this is the exact bottleneck through which the tourist flow will exit the terminal and spread across the peninsula. A cruise port means dozens of tour buses daily, so there must be parking and no traffic jams at the terminal exits. That's why the infrastructure is being prepared right now, because this year they're launching two main cruise terminals, A and B. Last December, only the first and smallest terminal, C, was opened, designed for medium-sized cruise ships. The megagiants will only start arriving here at the end of this year. For the first time in its history, Samana is becoming part of a global cruise route, which is a completely different economy. One cruise ship brings 2,000 to 5,000 tourists per visit, and the port is designed to handle 3 ships at once. These aren't abstract tourists who might or might not come. Most cruise operators in the Caribbean region have already included it in their itineraries. Cruise tourists are people with money who spend huge amounts in a single day on excursions, restaurants, transport, and entertainment. Imagine that once the port is at full capacity, there will be dozens of such visits every month. That's millions of dollars starting to flow into the location and the economy almost instantly. And it is precisely for this flow that the whole peninsula is currently being rebuilt. Now let's look at Las Terrenas, because that's where the main impact will be. It's already a developed town. There's no needs to be built stage here. Rentals, restaurants, tourists, and demand are already here. Yet prices are still lower than in Punta Cana, as Punta Cana has always been the magnet for mass tourism. But Las Terrenas offers a different kind of tourism. Until now, there have been almost no large all-inclusive hotels on the peninsula. Today, all of this is just being built. Yes, major global companies have already arrived, but such large-scale projects don't happen quickly. They take time. For now, it's mostly just small private hotels here. There's a different vibe here, different tourists. Today in Las Terrenas, you can still purchase property with a budget of $150,000 to $250,000. Property that you can rent out and earn from $100 a day. That means the payback period for the property is less than 10 years. Short-term rental yields here range from 8 to 12% annually, and in select luxury projects even higher. That's what we have already today. And now let's add the colossal growth in tourist flow. In such cases, demand grows first, then rental costs rise, and then property values skyrocket. And this process has already begun. Prices in Samana over the last couple of years have already started growing faster than in the rest of the country. And that was before the launch of the cruise infrastructure. Now the next phase is beginning, which is usually the most intense. And it's important to understand major investors see this before anyone else. They don't enter when everything has already grown. They enter now because it's at this stage that the greatest future profit is formed. And it's in markets like these that tens and hundreds of millions are made. But at the same time, this isn't a market only for big players. The most interesting part is that you can enter here with relatively small amounts and get the same percentage growth. Right now, the Samana real estate market is in a very rare situation where the risks are already minimal. The state has invested millions, infrastructure is being built, the tourist flow is effectively guaranteed, growth potential is also guaranteed, yet prices haven't had time to react to the prospect. That's why today's Samana, and especially Las Terrenas, is becoming one of the most interesting entry points for investors in the entire Dominican Republic. Such market windows don't stay open for long, because as soon as real tourist numbers convert into real money, the market starts moving very fast, and then most people enter at different prices. That's why right now is not just an interesting moment, but a unique chance that can and should be seized.